Hello, my name is Patricia Ejiofor, and I'm known as London Sunshine Corner or as a YouTuber. And I'd like to say a big special hello to Juliet and Adrian. You're doing a fantastic job. And this is a quick video. I will try to make it a quick one. To say how this is a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to share why I feel that I want to live in Africa. What does Africa mean to me, and why do I want to live in Africa? Well, I was born in the UK in Bristol, and I'm the first generation child to Jamaican parents who joined the Windrush generation. They were not on the ship, but they came in that generation to come. They were invited to come to the UK to rebuild the country after the Second World War. That was the whole notion of Caribbeans to come. They were invited, and they came as British citizens, although that was later disputed. They came into a hostile environment, so they had to struggle through those changes of being accepted into the country. And with that, I was born into that system, and went to school here, grown up in that system where culturally it was quite a different mix, growing up and to be integrated into British society and coming home to Jamaican parents. So there was a lot of disparaging things that had occurred, and remarks are made about the color of my skin, and I've been exposed to all of this. And yes, I grew up in a time when Margaret Thatcher was in power. So where there was community, she changed that whole face of community so that everyone had to be individual and fight for their own. She privatized a lot of things growing up, so the country wasn't thriving as well as it should be at that time. And there was a divide. There was a divide in the minorities or the black community. I hate that word minority because it reminds me of something small, but we're not small. We are people equal to everybody else. So yes, we grew up in that kind of society and through a lot of changes, although I've had taken trips through to Europe and all of that, and I've seen how we were treated there too. I mean, it's a different culture and all that, but everyone has their unique behaviors as to how they saw me as a black person. I've also lived in Israel at one time or another, and then I resettled in the United States, which is where my two children, my adult children, live currently. So it's not like I'm not known around the African diaspora. So that will be like in the UK, in the United States, and I also had my experience in Jamaica. Jamaica was a place where I thought I would want to retire in my old age, but that vision stayed with me, but redirected to Africa, because I learned a couple things. That as much as Jamaica is such a beautiful country, it has its economic and socio-economic problems as well. I love Jamaica and I had fantastic time every time I would visit, but I see how hard it is, and just to go out there and do some things. I spent an astronomical amounts of money. It is expensive to live there right now. So if you don't have the kind of financial support or money to save to be able to live there comfortably, it's not a good place. And I can't really start encouraging people to go there if they don't have something established there already. My mother has land there, so we're maintaining that, and we don't want to let go. But as for me, I will need to live in a place where I know I'm going to be happy, it's friendly, the security is well taken care of, I can walk and leave my doors open at day or night. I can leave my doors open without feeling like there's a security risk. I want to be able to walk on the streets and know that I won't be touched. I'm fine. And there are places like that in Africa, because I didn't live in Nigeria. I visited Nigeria, and I actually married into the Nigerian culture at one point. And I was well treated. So I learned Africa 14 years ago, which was an amazing experience for me. I went to Ghana also, where I had the same kind of experience, because I went to Jamaica when it was underdeveloped, but it's now a developing country, and Nigeria is a well-developed country, more than I can ever know. Ghana is a well-developed country, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm living in England, and I had this idea that it was nothing like what I thought. I thought we were looking at a desolate place with malnutritious children, very hungry looking, very sickly people. I mean, like a leprosy type thing we would see on the adverts to raise money to give to these people. We thought Africa was a desolate place of a wilderness where it would just never allow you to see the good side of it. It was always the bad side that we saw. I was so upset when I saw that. But I've come to understand and learn that Africa is a beautiful place. A place where you can make a life for yourself, a place where you can have new beginnings. It's a place where you can start a new legacy, integrate and communicate with Africans of your own kind, of your own people. So it's true. I watched a video recently with Juliet, and she was interviewing with somebody who talked about, if anybody told me to go back home, go back to where you come from, I will turn around and say to that person, okay, I'll go back home if you buy me my ticket, because you owe me. I didn't ask to come here, so you can send me back with your ticket. Give me a ticket and I'll go. I like that. So I am really happy with the outlook, and I think with the migration of people going back to Africa, I think it's a good time for all of us to settle up and take what we can and go. And that's what I plan to do. I want my children to invest in a time where they can visit me there and see what it is that they can do out there. I want to set the pace and the lifestyle. I want the lifestyle. I want to live my retirement years in peace and in quiet and tranquility, and just love to get involved in the community, festivities and social lifestyle and environment. I want to grow things agriculturally. I want to do some chickens. I want to start doing some different things and still be able to know that I'm in a situation to be able to help people who are maybe less fortunate than myself, but it's for the taking. So I love it. So anyway, I'll say bye-bye for now, and you take care, and love you all. Bye-bye. Take care.